Hello, this is Carrie with Cookbook Divas, and today we're going to talk about creator tips and equipment. We are on Amazon Live and over at my Cookbook Divas Shops YouTube channel, and I actually forgot to put the banners on there. Here's one of them, Cookbook Divas Shops, but I'm going to have to hide that. We are waiting for our friends over on Amazon Live to join us. And we're going to talk about my new website, Creator Inspiration, at www.creatorinspiration.com. You might, if you are currently a live streamer or an Amazon reviewer, influencer, product video person, you might have seen my news articles that I post to the Facebook groups that I'm in with other influencers. Well, I put all of those links over on creatorinspiration.com so that you can see them all in one place. So go on over there, but today we're going to talk about equipment, lighting, cameras, phones, etc. You don't need a whole bunch when you're starting out. All you need is your phone, preferably the best phone you can get. Mine is an iPhone 15 Pro Max that I got just a few months ago when it came out. I think I got it the week it came out. And time flies by really fast, so I don't always remember exactly when I got something. All right, excuse me. I just ate dinner and my voice is acting all weird now and I just coughed, but I'm feeling good, I promise. Welcome to Cookbook Divas Creator Inspiration Livestream. Just typing that in. I know I type really loud. So today I'm going to give you some tips on my, I don't want to do the math, but I have been on the internet since the 1990s, i.e. 1991. I have been a blogger, a website manager. I was doing stuff long before social media. I was an affiliate marketer. I think my Amazon account that I do affiliate stuff on is over 20-something years old. I don't hire SEO experts because I just write things for people, but I've been doing affiliate stuff for decades and blogging for decades. I was doing newsletters before blogs existed and all that stuff. But I'm only been an Amazon influencer doing shoppable videos and live streams for about 2.5 years. And it's definitely getting harder. I made way more money the first year and a half, but it is a grind. And I like to shoot out some 30-second videos all day long. And a lot of the things that I do are just showing somebody, how big is this item? How big is this tiny cookbook? Oh, now you know how big it is. You saw it in my hands, etc. So I went on Amazon and I downloaded or looked at my list of all the equipment I've bought over the last 12 years. And I was shocked at how old some of the stuff was. We'll talk about this camera pretty soon, but this is a baby Canon that I had to save up for because at the time it was something like $700. And I was like, that's so much money. Now I'm like, that was so cheap. Why didn't I buy it sooner? But it's nerve-wracking when you try and get ready to be a content creator and you think you need tons of equipment. You do, but it doesn't have to be expensive, especially not right off the bat. You can use your phone to film. I could be live streaming on my phone, but I feel like it looks better on my webcam. I could be using a DSLR to film this, but I'm a little bit lazy and I haven't really familiarized with myself with it and how to set it up and the dummy battery. We'll talk about that. So right now, we are going to talk about some books in a little bit, but there's not a lot of books that can help you be a better, specifically Amazon influencer or creator, because a lot of people want you to take classes and pay them, and YouTube girls join our subscription only, and a lot of the stuff they teach is incorrect or just plain wrong. Or I saw a video where a guy was telling people to copy other influencers' videos. That's rude and copyright infringement and illegal and back to rude. No, you can get terrible advice. Sometimes the people that are writing the books, especially the Kindle ebooks that they're writing themselves, are out of date the minute they write them, or they're not very good. Because if you were that good at it, you'd be off making videos and being an influencer. You wouldn't have time to write an ebook. But there are some good ebooks out there, but I'm not going to recommend those today. The books that we're going to talk about are about marketing. So let's look at those in a minute. So let's start off with some of my cameras and lighting equipment. This is my Canon EOS Rebel TI that I bought over 10 years ago. It is my main vlogging camera because I am not really a photographer, and I have a photographer that works with me on our wine blog that we run. So I really never needed to upgrade this, and it's done excellent for what I needed it for. It even survived me dropping it, and it's a little bit torn right here. I don't know if you can see it. I dropped it on the lens. I did upgrade the lens a little bit, and the lens upgrade was $400 back in the day. It's easy to operate. It does everything I want it to do, not super fancy, and this has gotten me through years of awesome blogging. But, and this, an iPhone is never a replacement for a camera, because when you think about it, these are amazing lenses. Look how big they are. But this lens is huge. You could brush your teeth with a toothbrush this big, but why wouldn't you brush them with a giant toothbrush that's meant for that purpose? But this camera has made me tons of money, and I'm not a photographer, but I was taking product photos with it. I was just fine doing that. There are lots of newer Canons. This is the EOS, EOS Rebel T5i. The newer ones are super expensive. I was eyeballing one that was like $2,500 and the lens is $1,200, and I was very tempted, but this one is working for what I need it to do. So that is the Canon EOS Rebel. I'm not even sure they even sell it anymore, to be honest. Let's check out my product carousel. I'll click on it. Currently unavailable. Yeah, it's pretty old. The maximum it can be used is 18.5 megapixels, photo sensor size APS-C. So I probably should upgrade this at some point if I keep taking other pictures. Let me know if you have any questions about that. I have a whole bunch of gear next to me, and I'm not sure even where to start. Behind me is a simple backdrop that was on sale last week for $9.99. It's $20. I like to use it instead of a green screen background because I'm on a pretty powerful gaming computer to do video, but I don't want to overtax it with backgrounds. You can see that it's wrinkled. I usually have a little bookcase in front of it with my products on, and that's something we'll talk about if any of you have questions about Amazon live streaming. So I usually have products in the background, but this looks pretty real. And if I would stop touching it and you just came by, you might think, wow, that lady's cupboard has a problem. I could steam this out, but it's final. And behind it is just a boring gray office wall, which I think looks stupid, and I want visual interest. And I was just reading an article about how the more visually interesting your backdrop is as a live streamer, the more people feel attached to you and want to buy stuff. I'm like, what? That sounds awesome. So this is a 7 feet wide by 5 feet tall backdrop, and I don't need it any taller because I'm sitting here filling the frame, and it's wider than I need. But one thing you need to think about, when I bought backdrops to take pictures of my entire family standing in the backyard or in the living room or whatever, a 5 foot tall backdrop isn't enough to get your relative's entire body. You want them to be standing on part of the backdrop and have some of it above their head. So for that, you would get a 10 by 10, and those are much more expensive. And I used to get cloth backdrops because they're washable and they can get dusty. But the reality is I use my backdrops for like a week and I switch them out. They're not really hanging up getting dusty all day. So I'm talking to you on what I didn't realize was a super old Logitech for Creators Blue Yeti mic. I couldn't even find it in the carousel, the exact mic that I have. I got as close as I could because I bought mine all over 8 or 9 years ago. So the one in my carousel is very similar to what I have, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. It's right here. Technically, it should be here, but I'm thinking of upgrading to a Shure or a Rodecaster because I am a podcaster, and this microphone is okay, but it's not fantastic. And if all you were doing was listening to my voice in the car, I want it to sound better and not annoying. And it's bugging me that I kind of have a raspy throat right now. Oh my gosh, this microphone comes in pink. Well, good to know. All right. I have my microphone encased in a microphone foam box, and I'll show you that right now. If I can, I have my microphone cord stuck in a drawer. So if I disappear, can you hear me? Let me know if I suddenly am not hearable. So let me show you what's going on here. My computer fan is super noisy. It's annoying. I've tried to fix it. I'm pretty techie. I need to buy new fans. I'm just too tired. So I have my Blue Yeti wrapped in this foam box, and I have it right here But technically it would sound even better and pick up my voice even better if I would have it right in front of me. I don't want to. I want you to see me and the products that I'm holding up, like my Waterloo sparkling soda that I'm drinking, because my voice is like, ah. So the little microphone covering foam box is pretty expensive. It's $49. And I have one at this house and I have one at my vacation house, because you never know when you're going to have to record a podcast. And it kind of tips over sometimes. So it's kind of annoying. So if you can find a better microphone isolation shield, definitely do it. Because if you click on the item and look at it in the carousel, it's on this weird little metal stand that keeps tipping over. But it's better than nothing. Excuse my voice. So before I ever live streamed for the first time, and boy, did I have stage fright. I actually had stage fright a little bit tonight, which is weird because I've been live streaming for 2 years and I'm on camera all day. I don't care. But I was eating dinner tonight and I was like, oh no, I have stage fright. It could be because I've never done a tech live stream before. That could be part of it. So in my carousel, one of the early live streamers that mentored me, thank you, Gina, showed me this awesome phone holder. It's just metal. It's $9 today. It's 10% off. And it holds your phone. And if my phone were to be plugged in, the little cable could go through the little hole in it. So it keeps my phone right here, because on Amazon, if we are live streaming, we have to use the Amazon Live Creators app. Don't get me started. So I have to have my phone right here. And if I didn't have a second window open, I wouldn't be able to see your chat, because I'm using StreamYard. And if you have any questions about streaming software, hit me up, because I subscribe to several. We can chat about that. I use Restream, BeLive, StreamYard. I don't use OBS because I tried to use it 2 times and it made me cry. I hated it, and I'm pretty tech savvy. I hated OBS, but a lot of streamers use it. So the reason I have StreamYard and BeLive, and I just got a new one, it's not Streamlabs, it's Stream something live. Anyway, they all do stuff a little bit differently. And Restream, and I'll put that in the chat, Restream.io lets you put a QR code for an affiliate product on the screen, so your viewers can click on it to go buy the item. StreamYard doesn't do that. Here on Amazon, I have a product carousel below me if you're watching on a computer, or next to me if you're watching on a phone. I don't know where it is if you're watching on a TV. I have no idea. So next, I want to talk about lighting. Super important. What I have on either side of me is this Emart umbrella stands, and I actually bought these years and years ago. Let me click on that. They are making the light a little softer, and they come with this crazy bright 5,500 Kelvin lights. And I have one here and one here, and one's supposed to be a key light and one's supposed to be a hair light, but my office is kind of cramped and full of toys and books. So I'm doing the best I can, but lighting is always a challenge. And today I've been filming YouTube videos all day long. First it was cloudy. That was great because the light that comes in from my south-facing window that's over there was amazing. Then it got sunny and I had to rush and close the curtains, and then I had to redo all of my lighting in my software, which is Logitech. So I was freaking out. So this Emart umbrella lighting takes a weird light bulb, and you want to have one on hand, because if you ever knock over your lighting stand, which you will, it's going to break and shatter and you need another light bulb. So I actually have 4 or 5 on hand, and it's kind of like Murphy's Law, because I don't need the photography video perfect daylight bulb. I have a bunch of them so they never break. But they're only $9 a piece. So it's good to have just in your photography closet, have a couple extra, because I'll take the umbrella off. I'm going to show you my side light over here. I'm going to pick it up. So I'm going to look like crap for a second. So bear with me. I'm trying to put it back in the carousel. Okay. Let me go back into StreamYard so I can see what I'm doing and what it looks like for you guys. And let me know, are you a content creator? Are you trying to get into the Amazon affiliate program or the influencer program? Are you waiting for your on-site videos to be unlocked? And I have a feeling most of you are going to be watching this show later after I'm not live anymore, so you're going to have questions. Well, I don't know how to help you. You can ask questions over at the YouTube Cookbook Divas shops address where this video is going to be posted. So find the comments. So here's my, I took the umbrella off. There's the light. It's really making my webcam pissed off. It comes with a stand. It plugs in. And that way you can just have it near you. And it really makes a difference if I don't have it on. You ready? Here's with it on. There's with it off. Now I have a shadow on the side of my face. It's okay, you can still see me, but I really want you to see a product. Let me grab a cookbook. Okay. I'm holding this cookbook, but we don't want to look kind of flat. It just helps. And I might have too much lighting. I'm not a lighting expert. I do want to send a link to the chat of the lady that I learned so much about photography and lighting and food photography from. And her name is the Bite Shot Joni Simon. She wrote a photography book. She has a YouTube channel. You should watch all of her videos if you're doing product photography, but she specializes in food photography. She makes everything really easy to understand. It doesn't make you feel dumb. I love it. So that's over in the Amazon Live chat comments. Now, I hope I'll remember to link to her in the show notes over on YouTube, but I don't know. It's been a long day of lots of live streaming and videoing. My ring light, which I can't show you because it's right there and I can't reach it, it is a Neewer and it is a workhorse. I can turn it up or down. Today I don't have it turned up all the way, even though it looks like it because I'm getting washed out and looking pale. It comes with some orange, what do you call them? Plastic light changing thingies, filters that you can put on it if you want a warmer light. I prefer a colder light. So it's up to me. It is on sale today, 20% off, dropping it down to $71. I have knocked this sucker over a whole bunch of times, but when I went through my Amazon order history, I was like, oh, I've bought this 3 times. Why is that? Okay, 1 for each house. But then the third one, I do remember I knocked it over and it got unplugged and something with the electric cord, it never worked again and I had to throw it away. My bad. So they get knocked over. They come on tripods, as you can see in the listing if you want to click on it. But they're always in the way and they have to be right here. Now, something I want to remind you, if you're new, you cannot have any other type of lighting in your office other than your ring lights and your photography lights. You can't have the overhead light on because it's the wrong color lighting. It'll look like crap. If I had the light in my office on right now, it would shine this orange light down on my forehead and I would look like bleep. We don't want to have that. And I used to have a little lamp over here that I kept on all the time in my office. So if we got up in the nearby bedroom to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, there's already a light on because we don't need a night light. We're not kids, but we kind of don't want to fall in the hallway. So I used to leave it on all the time. And I realized it was giving this weird orange glow to the side of my face. I don't need any help making my face look weird. Okay. Let's not even do that. So, whew. So right now I have a ring light there, microphone here, 2 lights here, a fake backdrop, and the backdrop is on a massive overkill of a photography stand. Let's see if I can find it in the carousel. There it is. This is the closest I could find. I have bought this one. I'm not sure if it's the one I have at this house because mine's massive. It is a photography backdrop that you can stretch out to be 10 feet long, but I only need it 5 feet wide, and it's holding my... Oh, do I have a clamp? Yes. Oh, I have to get something to show you. It's holding this final backdrop up for me. Now, the cloth backdrops come with this nice gusset at the top, just like curtains, and you can just slide it over. But I kind of don't like the fabric ones because they can pull up at the bottom, and then they're kind of bunching like that. The vinyl ones hang better. Now, if I had a fan in my room, in my office, I would be a lot cooler right now. And even though LED lights give off less heat than regular lighting, I'm still hot under the stupid LED ring light. I'm like, oh my God, this is why I have cold sparkling water right now so I don't die. Okay, so I forgot to grab, excuse me a second. I'm going to have to grab this clamp. Oh, here's one on the floor. This is how I clamp my backdrop to the backdrop stand. And usually the stands come with a few, but I know I have some in the carousel here somewhere that you can click on if you needed more clamps. And for the heavier cloth backdrops, you do. Some of my, there they are, $18 for, I don't know how many of them. So this is a clamp. And they have these little rubber pieces that always fall off at the worst times, but you definitely want them on there so that this sharp clamp doesn't tear your paper or vinyl backdrop. The cloth ones usually are okay. So I own probably 30 of these. And these are good because sometimes we're doing photography outside in my backyard, and I live in Seattle and it rains a lot. So we don't go outside when it's raining, but it'll be windy for just a second. And we're like, stop. And so we clamp down the backdrop because we usually have a product in front of it that we're filming in front of the backdrop. So these come in handy and we have to use a lot of them, like a crazy amount of them. Okay. We talked about my Canon. I should have, here's a hint, don't be like me. I should have organized the items in my carousel better, but I do want to mention a trick that I use to make my life easier. When I'm thinking about creating a live stream, I make an idea list over on my storefront, and I have the word live stream in it somewhere at the end of it, because if someone's looking at my storefront, they're only going to see the first 4 words or whatever. They don't need to see the word live stream. I need to be able to find it later. So then when I go into the Amazon Live Creator app to populate my carousel, I can just pull it in from the idea list and it's already there. And that way, if I'm going to go put affiliate links to all of these items over on YouTube, where I'm streaming the stream to today, I can put clickable links over on YouTube because I don't have a carousel over on YouTube because I don't have 10,000 followers. Speaking of which, if you're curious, you can follow Cookbook Divas over on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. We'll just put this ticker for a little bit. Okay, I have microphones I want to talk about, tripods I want to talk about, lots of stuff going on. Webcams. Let's talk about webcams. I have not tried my Insta360 Link yet. I'm scared. I like working with equipment I already know how to use. And so even though I bought this a couple months ago, I'm scared because I know how this one works. So this is AI-powered 4K webcam. Now, what do we want 4K for? When I record videos in 4K, it starts eating up my hard drive. I don't need to record Amazon product videos in 4K. Amazon puts them up at what, 760? 1080? But for YouTube, 4K makes you look even more awesome. So I got this, have not used it yet. In the box is a USB-C cable, a warranty card, quick start guide, which I need to read, a USB-C to USB-A adapter, a recognition marker. Don't know what that is. Oh, is it so I can turn it on with my face? That could be it. And the camera. So I might as well open this. I've never have. But the camera that you're looking at me on is a Logitech Brio 4K, which had better be in this carousel or I'm going to be mad at myself. Shouldn't that have been the first item I put in? Oh, that's great. Don't even have the camera I'm using in the carousel, do I? Oh, I wanted to show you this backdrop stand that's really simple and cheaper, but it might tip over. But it's 31 bucks. It's by Linco, and it's a lot smaller. It would be good if you just need like a little bit. If you're filming vertically, it'll be perfect for you. Okay. I'd like to show you the camera that you're actually looking at me on, which is the Logitech Brio 4K, but they're coming out with a new one in a couple of weeks. Thank you for the follow, Amazon customer. I wish I had put that in here. I don't know where it is. Okay. I'm going to have to add. Oh, there it is. I found it. It's 25% off. Phew. Logitech Brio 4K. I bought this in 2019, and my life on YouTube changed so much dramatically because the Logitech C, whatever I had before it, was a piece of crap with light handling, and the software that came with it was horrible, and all of my old YouTube videos looked dark. So I went back lately, and if I had done, like, let's say I did a really dark old cookbook look through of this cookbook on an old dark webcam, I went to YouTube and deleted it. So this week, a very important person at YouTube said, hey guys, don't delete your old videos. Just put them as unlisted, and here's why. You lose your connection to the audience on YouTube that initially watched your video and enjoyed it back in the day if you just delete it. Oh. So, oh well. And you also lose the watch hours. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect it to be that tiny. Are you serious? What? Wow. Because my Logitech is really big. And this is the Logitech. I'll have to look up which one this is. This is the one that I take with me in my laptop at all times, so I can always have a Zoom meeting. So this is not the same one as I'm using now. I think it's a little bit older. And the light handling on this is not as great as this new 4K. I don't think this is a 4K one. And these are little speakers. I don't know. So I always have this in my laptop bag. It is, and Katie, who runs Dark Side of the Library, our other channel, she's my cousin, and she uses the Elgato Facecam. So if you're curious about the difference, you can pop over to the Amazon Dark Side of the Library shop, look at her videos, and see what the Elgato Facecam looks like. And I believe, and I could be wrong, does that one swivel? I haven't used her camera. It might do face tracking for you. I have the cutest headset that's the Razer Kraken kitty ears, and I don't have it here. I think it's in my laptop bag. But the one thing I don't like about it is the cord comes down on your right side, but I'm typing on my right side, and it seems like it's always getting in the way. I wish it was on this side, and you can't switch it over. So I wear the headphones backwards, and I don't use the Razer Kraken kitty microphone because I'm using my Blue Yeti. So I just turn their microphone off, but then you can't see the blinking lights on the kitty ears because I have it backwards. So I wish they would switch it over. So I can't recommend the Razer Kraken kitty, but it does look cute. But if you're left-handed, go for it. I have tripods I want to chat about. Here's a soft box that I might buy to take with me to my vacation house because you never know when you have to record a video. It's a $48 soft box. Comes with 2 light bulbs, a little carrying case, and you can just set it up to give you a little bit more light. And I might live stream in my kitchen over there. So let's chat about a book for a second. I have the Merriam-Webster Dictionary and Thesaurus in the carousel. Most people would just Google a word or Google a thesaurus. We have a lot of content creators that have spelling and grammar issues and need to brush up on it before they make blog posts or captions on Instagram and TikTok. And I saw people on Amazon Live misspelling thumbnails, like really embarrassing. One of the big ones is using an apostrophe when you don't need to. For example, I have several bouquets of flowers. Bouquets doesn't need an apostrophe. It doesn't own anything. So I would encourage people to use a thesaurus. And one of the reasons I need to use one is I'm terrible at grabbing 3 favorite words and always using it, right? I'll say, this is a fabulous cookbook. Oh, these pictures are fantastic. Oh, this is beautiful and gorgeous. I say the word fabulous and the word fantastic so many times. I need a new word. I need to use a thesaurus. So that's why I put that in the carousel. So we talked about the stands and the lighting. I wanted to talk about the newer LED lights that I got for Katie over at Dark Side of the Library. I'm going to put my own address back in the ticker, though. Those are easier to set up and break down if you're doing what poor Katie does. I have a dedicated office. It just looks like crap all the time. All my live streaming stuff is in here, all my products, cookbooks, toys, etc. But Katie has to film in her living room because her husband has the only office in their house, and he has a full-time job, and he needs the office. So she's setting up her stand, her backdrop, her lighting, her microphone, everything every single time. So she needs a portable lighting set. So she uses the newer 13-inch LED lights, and they're 12% off today. Okay, we did the umbrellas. Shall we talk about tripods? Yes, we should. Now, I was never a selfie stick person before I became an influencer, whatever, Amazon influencer, blogger, creator, etc. I thought people looked stupid walking around the zoo and SeaWorld with their stupid selfie stick, but I now own a couple. It's really nice to be able to do a photo shoot in my backyard by myself. I'm probably going to have to do a voiceover because I live next to a noisy school and it's windy and there's cars, blah, blah, blah. So I need to have a whole bunch of different tripods, and I hated, let me show you the one I hate. It's not in the carousel because I don't want you to buy it. Oh, I hate this tripod so much. This is a little cheapy weepy by Fujitech. Do not buy it. This part's okay. This is typical tripod. You unclip it. You can make it as tall as you want. It was not the sturdiest I'd ever owned, but it probably wasn't that expensive. But this part is barely adjustable and it's permanently on the side and you can't do anything about it. When I put my phone in here, the phone is always about 18 degrees off of center where it's supposed to be. It's a nightmare. So I hate this tripod. I'm probably going to throw it in the trash and scream and laugh at it. But I bought this tripod, and I don't know if that's what I'm clicking on in the carousel, but it's whatever it is, a 16% off. I love this one. It is way sturdier. It still has those clamps so you can make the legs longer or shorter. It holds the phone securely at the proper angle. Thank you very much. And it's made with a little arm that you can turn it. And I believe this is my one that I can adjust so I can do top-down photography. Why would I want to do that? Because I talk about cookbooks. Now we have made a choice. I'll demonstrate. Here's a content creator tip. If I just take this cookbook, put it on a table, and flip through it, I'm lucky that the publishers let me do that, by the way, because I am showing their photos, but they know that I'm helping them sell the book. But anybody could steal my video because I'm not in it. I can't prove that that's my video, except I have a weird thumbnail. You can always tell in my ring, and my hands are kind of big man hands. So I could probably prove it's me if I have to. But we don't want to put a watermark over the cookbook on the table as we're flipping through it because we want people to be able to see the book. So we don't want to watermark it. So we decided that most of the time our face will be in the cookbook as we're talking about it. We'll be holding it right here. So it is kind of an awkward choice because I'm turning my neck all the time. And you're seeing the side of my head and my mouth's hanging open like, wow, that looks really good. So we might start doing some top-down product photography, cookbook shows, whatever. So that is why I got this tripod, because I will be able to use it to hang my camera down to look at a cookbook as I flip through it. So this is 16% off. I believe it's the phone. Yes, this is the phone tripod. Okay, good. So I'm very happy with this. Used it several times, and I actually keep it on my desk over here. And I'm going to put it back so I don't lose it. Now, I also have a dorky little, maybe somebody can tell me why people, I don't need to bend my tripod legs. This is stupid. But it holds my phone. You can adjust it wide enough for your phone. Sometimes I just need to use it on a table and film myself talking over on Instagram, where we're doing vertical videos all the time. I prefer horizontal. This is bendable. It's kind of silly. I know. Whoa! I just backed out of the app. I hate when that happens. I know you guys do it too. Where is this? I know it's in here. It's a little tripod. It kind of smells like plastic. Well, it is made out of plastic. Well, we'll have to talk about it later because I can't find it. Now, here's a solution for filming a book on a countertop that I did early on, and I tried to use it in live streams, and it's not ideal. I don't know. It might work for some of you. I've actually used it in my kitchen live streams to hold a phone or a webcam down pointing at the bowl that I'm stirring stuff in so you can see my face and see what I'm stirring. So that worked great for it. It is very heavy. Not so good for being on my desk during the middle of a live stream, and it's kind of hard to adjust, but it's perfect for kitchen live streaming. So this is an Archon mount. It's a gooseneck style item. So if you're searching for something like this, you want the word gooseneck, but sometimes goosenecks are just this metal cord chain. It's not very good. People who do videos about nails and they're showing doing someone's nails use these too, or artists. It has 360 degrees adjustability. So you can use it as a phone stand, and I believe you could get an attachment, or maybe it came with one, so you could also use it for a camera. I haven't used it with a camera. Just a phone. You could also use it for, and a webcam. I've used it with a phone and with a webcam. Excuse me. I'm losing my mind here. This is my first tech stream I've done, so I'm like, oh, what's happening? What do I do? Now, I can't find my glide gear. I think it's in the car, but I have another flat lay, top-down camera holding equipment. It is heavy duty because my camera is super heavy, and this is what it's going to be holding to point down at a cookbook on the table. It's by Glide Gear, adjustable 36-pole tripod extension arm stand. That's the keywords you want to look for, with a ball head. So it'll rotate for you. So I have been using that. That's why I think it's in the car. I took it with me, and it's amazing. It is $69. It's not on sale. Love it, love it, love it. Are there any other tripods I'm trying to talk about that I can find? Okay, this is my Sony camera that I haven't used recently, and I'll tell you why, but the quality of this is amazing. It is a mirrorless digital camera. If you don't know what that means, go look it up because I'm not going to be very good at explaining it to you. It has 32 gigs card, but you can bring more cards, and you want to because it'll eat up your card. 32 gig is nothing. Comes with an extra battery. Here is where the battery is, and it's popping open. I have it hooked to a little, what do you call it, a hot shoe, so that I can put it on top of a tripod. And I actually lost the original lens cap cover for it, I think. Is this the one that came with it? I don't know. I saw my stepsister, Marielle. She is a vegan beauty blogger, and I saw her YouTube videos, and I was like, it's amazing. It's like you're sitting right in front of me. It looks just like you, and it handles light well, and the clarity is amazing. What are you using? And she said, it's this one, the Sony Alpha A5100. And a lot of people also use the Sony ZV-1, which I believe I also own. Let me see. Is that what this is? Yes. I have a lot of cameras, guys. One of the reasons is I have 31 blogs, but I'm deleting one tomorrow because I don't ever use it anymore. So I bought this little, can I find it? Selfie stick, so that I could carry this around and film myself while I'm walking. Here's the Sony ZV-1 in the, it is on sale, 14% off, $648 today. So the reason I don't use my Sonys more often is because they come with proprietary editing software, and it's a giant pain in the butt to get the video off the camera onto my laptop, edit it in their stupid software, kick it out, export it, and then go edit it properly with CapCut or whatever editor you want to use. So I don't use these as much as I should. You can also use it for live video streaming, and I haven't personally spent the time to learn how to do that and hook it up. You have to have a dummy battery because when you're live streaming, you're using up the battery like a bleep ton. You really need the dummy battery, and I think I have one on the table that I'll show you in a minute. But the clarity on both of these is amazing. It has a flip screen so I can watch myself when I'm filming, see what's happening, a touchscreen display. There's some controls, photo, movie, lock, etc. on this little handheld thingy, which is right next to it. Vlogger accessory kit. Let me show you the box. Here's it. It is by Sony. And the kit includes the little handheld thing, a stupid bag to keep it in, and an extra 32 gig card. So when I was invited to go out and film a fancy new, almost a castle that turned into a Verbo, I took this, and I took amazing footage, and it was pretty steady. I mean, this isn't a steady cam, and I was kind of nervous, so I was shaking a little, and it was cold and windy. But I got home and had a nightmare of editing. And part of that is my lack of skills with editing, but part of that is if I had just filmed it on my iPhone, I could upload it and be done. But I do not regret buying this. The quality is amazing. I would use it with an external microphone, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We do need better microphones than come on our stupid cameras, because a camera is a camera, not a microphone. So I can find it, a little lavalier mic over here somewhere that I'm looking. No, it's not this. But we're going to chat about something really important in a second. Live streaming outdoors. Well, I found it. I think it's this one. Lavalier microphone. I don't know. It's in here somewhere. Just browse the carousel. So this is a lavalier mic. that I got because I'm often live streaming in my backyard if it's quiet and there's no school buses. And this will plug into, I have to have an adapter to get it to work with my iPhone, but I have those somewhere here. So let's talk about that. I have a giant backyard. I often film out there because the natural light is amazing. And if it's quiet, you can just hear my voice and some birds tweeting. So I ran the internet out to my backyard because I don't want to use wireless because when you're live streaming, it can stutter and freeze up. So I used a 300-foot Ethernet cable for a long time. Now I do use a longer one. I can hook the Ethernet directly into my iPhone. But I was pissed because I had all the connectors I needed and my iPhone changed to a different, it went from Lightning back to USB-C. C. So I'm like, really? I had to get all new connectors all over again, blah, blah, blah. So I stick this into the Ethernet into this and then this into the iPhone. But then this is using the only port the iPhone has. So now I can have a microphone. So I need another gadget that has extra ports to plug microphones in because I don't want to use the onboard iPhone microphone. It's fine, but it's not as good as a proper lavalier mic, etc. So that's one of the issues that I'm dealing with. You always have little add-ons that make your life easier, and those add up quicker than you're going to realize. So we talked about microphones. We talked about cameras, vlogger accessories, my microphone shield, which is keeping my fan noise off of this microphone. And I think it just made a horrible noise because I moved it. I'm so sorry. And I'm really risking, don't do this in real life. Do not move your microphone while you're live streaming because I could have accidentally shut it off and I wouldn't know because I'm not listening to myself. We talked about tripods. Oh, here's the phone tripod. This is the one with the sticky, gooey legs. It's 6% off. It's $15. So nice to know. I'm going to drop that down. I wanted to look in my equipment bags and see if I forgot to haul out anything that I wanted to talk about with you, but I forgot to put my mere 8 gigabyte Hello Kitty. That's like one video that I can store in Hello Kitty. I didn't put her in the carousel. She is available on Amazon because that's where I bought her. Oh, yes. Chargers. You're going to want to have extra charge batteries at all times if you're out on a photo shoot because you never know what's going to happen. I believe I have those in the carousel. What other goodies do I have in here? Yes. Extra battery chargers. Take it with you. Maybe there's some downtime on the set and you can quickly plug in and even get yourself 5 or 10% more to just tide you over. I always have extra batteries and extra chargers with me. This is a battery for my Canon Rebel camera. So I go to photo shoots with all these giant bags of gear and I maybe don't need them all, but I have them with me. And I also take it in a Kate Spade that is available on Amazon if it's not sold out. And this was my other splurge about a year ago. Another Kate Spade that I bought on Amazon. Sold out. Okay. This is a Camlink 4K that you can buy on Amazon to make sure that your computer can handle streaming in 4K. Turns out mine doesn't need it. Yay! Cords, cables. I thought I had another camera in here. My Canon charger for my camera comes with me at all times. You never know when you're going to need it. And here's a way to plug extra things into your laptop if your laptop sucks and it has one port, which mine does. It's a Dell. Here's a giant battery power pack, I believe. You always want to have it charged and ready to go. Don't assume it's charged. It probably is not. So now we talked about all the tech, the gear, the lighting, the microphones, the tripods, the cameras. Now we're going to talk about books. And like I said at the beginning of the live stream, a lot of books are outdated or they're written by people who actually don't know as much as you do or as much as another person does about live streaming, content creation, product videos, photography, etc. They're just writing a book. But I put some books in here that I highly recommend because they're about marketing or selling or branding yourself, and that kind of stuff does not go out of style. You can write that book 50 years ago, although if they were going to specifically mention social media, that wouldn't have happened 50 years ago, of course. So let's jump to the very beginning of my carousel, The Creator Revolution. How Today's Creative Talents Are Shaping Our Tomorrow. It's by Catherine Yo. She is going to interview some people, like someone that's a star over HBO and a teacher who went from instructing 22 students in her classroom to over 3 million on TikTok, and Ryan Kaji, who earned $30 million in 2020 as a 9-year-old creator and entrepreneur. So, books like I don't like to watch any YouTube videos or read any books that promise you, here's how you make $10,000 every month without working, or here's how you make $30,000 guaranteed in 30 days. I don't like it when they have numbers and guarantees in the title. That tells me they're not actually a legit book. So let me see if I can see the table of contents of The Creator Revolution. I have not read this book. I am going to. I am a member of, oh my gosh, my brain just, Amazon, Kindle, Unlimited. That's what it's called. So I can get lots of free books to read all the time. So the chapters are Part 1, Societal Shifts, the Economic Evolution, the Influencer Takeover, the Education Transformation, the Media Makeover. Chapter 2 is Self-Made Success, Creators as Trailblazers. Yes, creators as entrepreneurs, creators as businesses, creators as representation is Chapter 9. Part 3, Challenges and Opportunities, The Dark Side, The Hidden Class, and A New Hope. That sounds like a Star Wars title. So that is what this book is about. It's $29. I would buy the $5.99 Kindle version if I were you. The next book I wanted to chat about, I have to find where I opened it. Hey, I didn't open it. Well, then I'm going to go over here and open it. It is Content Inc. And I just lost my Amazon window. Let me pull it up. Amazon.com live. Cookbook Divas. Here's my carousel with Content Inc. It is by Joe Polizzi. And if you don't know who he is, look him up because you're going to want to watch some of his videos, listen to his podcasts. He's a leading expert in content marketing. Now, if you're just a blogger, an influencer, content creator, you don't think of yourself as a content marketer. But if you were publishing Amazon videos trying to get people to buy stuff, you are a content marketer. You have to market your content after you create it. So he helps you learn how to develop valuable content, build an audience around that content, and then create a product for that audience. So he helps you choose a topic. Gina, you're live too. Oh my gosh, I will come over because I'm like 4 minutes from being done. I'll hop over to your stream. Throw your link in the chat so I can come see you. And you're live streaming pretty late at night, 9:30 on the East Coast. I talked about you earlier in my stream and showed people that you showed me this awesome Lamisel. I bought this off of your live stream to hold my phone. Thank you. So this book teaches you how to build long-term customer loyalty or audience, how to start making money from your content, expand your content into multiple channels and platforms. Right now I'm streaming to Amazon and YouTube and Facebook. Not Instagram, I could be, but it's too much work right now. How to sell your content asset or scale it into a successful business. This came out in May 2021, so it's already a little bit outdated, but the concepts that he teaches you are not outdated. This is 19% off today for the hardback. Of course, you'd want to buy it on Kindle for $14. You're investing in yourself. Or you can get it from the library. Now, if you don't know who Neil Patel is, you need to if you're really an entrepreneur. You got to do your research. Neil Patel is so important. He teaches us entrepreneurs, side hustles, whatever. Affiliate marketing, he's like the genius. And I've read his books for years because I've been an affiliate marketer for decades. Don't talk about how old I am. I'm a grandma. This book came out in February 2021. Affiliate Marketing Made Simple, a step-by-step guide. The industry, network, publishers, customers, etc. I have not read this because I've been an affiliate for decades, and I'm sure I would learn something from it, but I prioritize things that I really need to learn about, like I don't know much about TikTok. The next book is Hustle, The Power to Change Your Life with Money, Meaning, and Momentum. That sounds a little woo-woo, but it's by Neil Patel, so I recommend it. Rodale Books published it, but back in 2016, so a little bit of it might be outdated. Let's check out the table of contents if I can. I think I can. Part 1, Heart. Don't rent your dreams, own them. Repair the meh in your heart. Find the heart of your talents. Small doses of pain. Manufacturing luck. The 3 Unseen Laws of Hustle, Your Indirect Path, Choose Your Own Adventure, Make Your Future Pop, Potential Makes You Powerful, People Make Your Hustle Whole, Projects Make You Stronger, Poof, Proof Makes You Bulletproof, Money, the Means of Momentum and Definite Meaning. So I definitely recommend this if you are thinking about doing a side hustle. He's very encouraging and, again, a little bit woo-woo, but some people need to hear a pep talk to get going. So that's Hustle, and it's 70% off for the Kindle version, dropping it down to $7.99 today. The next book is Tribes by Seth Godin. And if you are new to influencers, the blogging, content creation, etc., marketing, you need to know who Seth Godin is. Look him up. Absolutely need to know about that. This book helps leaders turn a scattering of followers, and we all have followers if you're an Amazon influencer. How do you turn your followers into a loyal tribe? If you need to rally your fellow employees, coworkers, customers, investors, believers, hobbyists, or readers around an idea, this book will demystify the process of how you do that. So this is a super important read if you're trying to build your following and nurture a community around your niche and your content. It's by Seth Godin, and it is on sale 44% off today for the Kindle version, and the hardcover is also $12.42. And it came out in 2008, so it would be super outdated if he's talking about social media and tech, but he's just talking about psychology and the words you're using and how to build people and passionate, etc. I do recommend this one. Next, The Practice. Shipping creative work. Creative work doesn't come with a guarantee, but there's a pattern to who succeeds and who doesn't, and engaging in the consistent practice of its pursuit is the best way forward. It's by Seth Godin. So another good book from him, came out in 2020. I haven't read it yet. I need to, because I need to be way more consistent than I am. So is that all of our books? That's all of our books. We did it. So I'm going to end the stream talking about, I'm going to give myself a pep talk because I really need to use both of my Sonys more often. And I really should be live streaming with the DSLR, not a webcam at this point in my creator journey. And I don't like live streaming on my phone. And it all started off with this Canon, which at the time I bought it, $600 or $700 was a major investment for me. And that literally took courage to buy it because that was food I could have spent it on. I wasn't starving. And I used this camera to make money on Amazon and eBay Partner Network and Awin, Etsy, all the affiliate networks I was a member of, Skimlinks, VidLinks, oh my God, CJ, Linkshare, Rakuten, all those. And I used that money to buy the next camera and the next lighting and dinner out and lipstick and other things I needed, and then more equipment. But don't fall into the trap of, if I buy better equipment, I'll be a better creator. No, you still have to be good on camera. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be consistent. You have to have interesting things to say and a fun personality to watch. And I know you can do it, especially if you've watched this entire live stream. You're probably crazy, but thanks for being here. And I wanted to end with mentioning one more time, creatorinspiration.com, my blog where I gather news links, up-to-date Instagram, TikTok, social media marketing, live streaming, live shopping, social commerce, Instagram, Reels, photography, all that important stuff is at creatorinspiration.com. Along with, I share some ideas for products that you could make videos about. And I'm happy to share that because I can't film everything. And some things I'm like, that would be really fun, but I don't have the time. So I share the idea with you. It's free. You don't even have to give me your email address. Yay! Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm going to go watch Gina over on her stream. Bye. I'll see you in the next live stream.